while I put you in a trance. Let's party. Boogie in your body. Want that body. Make sure you don't hurt nobody. I say, hey, feeling the fire with a burning desire. Yeah, get up off of that thing. Dance and shake and let's swing. Come on, let me rock the world.
Welcome back to the R&R podcast. This is me, Chavez, and we got my main man here, Ming.
Hello.
He real with the tings. We got Rolento.
There's one R word.
Ono Momento. And then we have Trey T.P. Patterson. Here.
What's your R words, man?
Yeah, you forgetting your R words, nigga.
Oh, yeah, shit. Oh, Royal Rumble.
So wait, hold on.
He just messed up the entire intro.
You're gonna get away with the Royal Rumble, but when I said Red Robin, all of a sudden it's a boo. You fucking suck. You fucking suck. What's the topic, bitch, nigga?
My bad, Joe. I definitely did forget about the R word.
He didn't even intro us. He was like, hey, I'm Chavez Laguerre. You forgot what you was on.
That nigga forgot we were
Fuck
part
these
of this.
niggas, I'm famous. It's like,
Not this bitch.
All right, guys. So I got some pretty chill topics this week. I got some shit that I honestly want to run past everybody because the thing is like gaming right now is going through a shift, man, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm fucking with it for real, you know. But let's shoot the shit. All right. First topic, ScaleBound. If anybody knows anything about this game called ScaleBound was announced back in like 2013, 2014 or some shit like that, right around that time, and it was basically supposed to be an Xbox One exclusive. It was like a real big deal. It was about this Dante ripoff looking nigga with headphones on who had like a dragon companion and could like basically merge with this nigga and like do little.
It was JoJo meets dragons.
It was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure meets dragons, and basically you're supposed to have like it's supposed to be like this epic like co-op game that you could hit up your friends, and we heard these great things, you know, and then it left. We was all sitting there like, yo, so like every E3 was like, what's up with ScaleBound? They were like, ScaleBound next year. And we wouldn't hear anything. We would kind of wait, and every time a con would come up, anything that was video game related, it just kind of vanished. Like after a while, we just kind of forgot about it because it was never talked about ever again. So there was like this whole big thing that there was like funding issues and all this other stuff, and the people that was supposed to be doing like the IP for it, the guy who was behind it, who's behind like Beautiful Joe and like all that other shit, got like really hostile about people like bringing that shit up to him. He like, yo, don't talk to me. Like if you hit him up on Twitter right now thanking him, he'll cuss you out. Like he don't like to be talked to on his Twitter, which doesn't make sense. What he does like is to show you guys that he plays Mahjong. Anyway, outside of that, that's a thing. Yeah, so it just as of recently, Nintendo was like, Nintendo didn't say this, but people were like, is it a possibility that Nintendo would resurrect ScaleBound? And I don't see why they should. I don't think it's a good idea. But I'm not going to get on why I don't think it's a good idea because it's my topic. I want to see what y'all think because I think that shit is strange. Like I think that's a really weird thing. Like it's not like it isn't confirmed that they're going to do it, but it's still like it's a weird place. Like it's a weird thing. Like why was it even brought up? So how do you guys feel about it? Do you guys think that a game like ScaleBound that should have came out like 3 years ago at least, because if it was announced 2014, the final game should have been out in 2016. Do you guys feel like a game that was announced 5 years ago should get the resurrection by Nintendo? Do you think Nintendo was even in the ballpark to even be able to do some shit like that?
So let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
This game, like, literally never saw the light of day. It just had a bunch of like
extended gameplay,
high-profile names.
Yep.
and then it just vanished, and now it's just coming back for like as an exclusive for Nintendo Switch.
They didn't say that it was going to do that, but they basically was like, it's a possibility for this to happen, and people are like asking for it to happen. It's really gross. I don't like it.
I mean, like, it's really hard to just have any like. As someone that like has not known anything about this, it doesn't like really strike any. I mean, did it have like very high praise when it was initially previewed?
It had a huge praise when it was previewed. Like, it basically, the way that great example, the way that Monster Hunter World was looked at when they announced it was the way people were looking at ScaleBound.
Yeah.
You had a big dragon, this guy's running around, he's listening to music for whatever odd reason while he's in the middle of a fight and not paying attention to his surroundings, and he's whooping ass with a big sword. Or he had little dragon abilities where like certain parts of him would dragon out and stuff like that. It just looked cool. So everybody was like, what? Like, new shit? Like, this is dope, this looks cool, and then it's gone. It just vanished in thin air. And the thing is, I feel like it's awkward because Nintendo, like, nobody goes to Nintendo to ask them to like revamp a series.
I don't think it's awkward, and I'm gonna give you my reasoning. Nintendo and Xbox, they've been working together
This
for
is
a
how
lot
it's
of
popped
different
up,
reasons. As we know, the Xbox Live Services is going to be coming to Nintendo Switch. So I think that this is maybe a leaked rumor that came from what those two are working on together. So I think it's very likely. Like, I believe that with ScaleBound was one of those projects that they're like, hey, Xbox One is new. We want to hit the ground running. We want to have exclusives. But I'm pretty sure that they probably deaded it because the game wasn't going to come out the time that Microsoft wanted it to come out. Because they were like, hey, we have exclusive, we got this, we got that. But then we were getting killed by Sony. And, they weren't able to match them. ScaleBound was the one thing that I remember a lot of us being Xbox fans, like, we were like, hey, we need this. They got, like, Sony, at the time, like, Sony was just like, hey, we got this, we got Last of Us, we got this. It was just so
Last
many
of Us
things.
was fucking murdering a lot
Exactly.
of people, actually, for real.
And it's just like, all right, like, what do you got, Microsoft? So they did
We got
the
Killer
project.
Instinct.
They didn't get that much stuff. Yeah, exactly. They're just like, hey, we got that. You guys like Gears of War?
You like Gears of War
combo
5?
And
For
it's
the
like-
5th installment that doesn't have the fucking main character in there?
So I think that
This is a son.
They realized that they were losing in that, and now with this revived partnership with Nintendo and everything, and seeing that technically they both have a common enemy because PlayStation isn't playing well with the integration.
I thought you got a comment any if two of them are located in Japan.
No, it's common.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to crossplay, PlayStation is not like
Dealing
about
with
it
them
at
at
all.
Yeah.
So
War
with that,
Group, I wanted to
it
play
hurts
it
the
so
market.
bad with them.
And Nintendo and Xbox is like, hey, like, we're cross-playing with Fortnite. We're doing this. We're doing that. Hey, you want to have my service? Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
The enemy of my enemy is
exactly
my friend.
is my friend. So let's band together. Let's work on some stuff and let's see what happens.
Man, Nintendo really trying to win one for once.
Yo, but I, that's dope. That's dope.
Let them do it.
All right. Well,
What were you about to
you
say,
mentioned Monster Hunter.
Yes.
All right. So, can you please tell me what system does Monster Hunter play on?
It plays on Nintendo systems.
Plays on all of them.
Plays on all of them
doesn't it?
actually. Yeah.
Does it?
Actually,
Is it
hold
on-
on.
is it
So
on Xbox?
the majority of their shit is on Nintendo systems.
I don't know if it's on Xbox.
let's see if I can
It
remember
is.
this off the top of my
Oh,
head.
okay.
Monster Hunter World came out on. I mean, are we just talking about the Monster Hunter
No, I was just talking about
franchise or like
No, the
specifically
Monster Hunter World, like that
Oh,
latest
oh,
one,
okay.
the latest one.
PS4
but then
and
later
Xbox.
on PC. Like
So is
significantly
it only on PS4 and PC?
And
Isn't it on
Xbox
Switch?
One.
Isn't it on Switch?
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It can't
Good.
play- it can't
Good.
play.
Keep it that way. That was my bridge.
Yeah.
So obviously it's time for Hate Nintendo Talk. Yeah, your favorite talk of the town. So here's why I think that them having ScaleBound will not work. So just no. There you go. There's discussion over. No, but in all actuality, a lot of the titles that Nintendo own and that they produce that are their top tier games don't look nothing like ScaleBound. Nothing like it. Don't play like it. Don't look like it. don't have no story plot like it, or I'm pretty sure it'll probably
That was Platinum Games that was trying to make that, right?
Yeah, Platinum Games, I believe.
Yeah.
But
now I can see it more likely then.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm just saying, Platinum Games is playing really nicely with Nintendo.
Really?
I will say
what was the latest game they played nicely with them?
Bayonetta series.
Bayonetta.
Okay.
What's this new one that just got
Wonderful
announced?
101. What's the newest one they just dropped?
What's the Platinum Games game that was in the direct?
Astral Chain.
Yes.
Astro. Yeah.
Yep.
That looks good as shit.
So you think that Nintendo have the ability to support 4-player online co-op with this new
Absolutely
revamped
not.
system?
I don't think they're gonna definitely strip stuff. I don't
But
think
that's
it's
what I'm
gonna
saying.
So,
be-
but here's the
That-
thing, though.
yeah.
It's taking features away from the game that would have been implemented at the time.
Exactly.
So neither they're going to have to scrap everything and then rebuild it from the ground up, or they're going to sit there and fuck it up somehow.
My thing
I don't
is-
like either or, because by the time they finally get that ScaleBound done, guess what? Maybe new gen systems come out. Again,
It'll be like
I'm going to
Duke
sit
Nukem.
there. I always sit there and bash Nintendo, but I just don't see this game being a part of the Nintendo family. I don't see it. Now, obviously, they can prove me wrong by all means, but their top games, Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, all zany or cel-shaded or
Fire Emblem.
which maybe might be the grittiest one of it is out of all of them, but they all have a cartoonish feel. This game is not a cartoony feeling game.
You know that Fire Emblem is full anime.
Like full anime, but I don't. It just doesn't. The look is just not going to be the same.
I mean, Resident Evil 4 when that first came out did not fit the look of Nintendo, and they took that on.
No, but
we talking about the GameCube era?
yeah.
Okay, well that's the GameCube era. This is the Switch era.
Yeah, like all
It's
right, so
like they have other games that were kind of in that realm.
We know from that direct that Nintendo's going full on anime, and
yeah.
I love it.
Nah, I love
It
every
works for
minute
them.
of
It works for them. I and this won't be an episode if I don't say it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel that.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
We gotta have an episode where we just piece together
I'm
all
gonna
the
fucking
clips.
get a counter. I'm gonna have a counter and write this shit down every time he's
I'm
to be honest with you.
Really, Chavez? What are you gonna be honest about this time?
Oh, honest Chavez. But no, like I feel that with this whole ScaleBound thing, like you guys were just saying, it would be pointless to kind of try to rebuild this, and it's only because first off, the Switch doesn't have the hardware Xbox One does. You get what I'm saying? It's just not the same type of hardware.
It ain't capable enough.
It ain't capable to hold it down. First off, like you guys decided to iterate your voice chat with an app on the phone where my thing is Nintendo. I can might as well just call my friend. I can start up a 3-way, or we can all FaceTime, whatever the fuck.
So wait.
Like I don't need to use your app.
I don't own a Switch. So you're telling me you have to download an app on your phone to talk to your friend online. Yeah. And this is going to be the same people who's going to have a server that's going to be able to support how many people on the motherfucking world for $20.
Exactly.
Don't forget that.
Exactly.
$20.
And the thing is like that's why I said if they're going to make anything, they should just build a brand new IP altogether. Something that's completely different from what ScaleBound was. If you want it, that will fit your console. Don't take ScaleBound ScaleBound was a Platinum Games. Well, Platinum Games has always had that Devil's May Cry-ish type of feel because of Bayonetta. So it was supposed to be a Devil May Cry-esque like co-op / adventure game, kind of like how you would play Monster Hunter World. If you look at how Monster Hunter World plays, it's a 4-player, big boss battles, big this, big. It was supposed to be a thing, and it was all about customization. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Nintendo, you barely have customizable consoles.
Customizable Mii's.
You barely have customizable anything with your stuff. You know what I mean? There's no flexibility in y'all stuff. It's you do it the Nintendo way or you go home. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys are just starting to kind of like inch back a little bit and allow people to do little things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
ScaleBound was a super ambitious game, customizable, very, very, very glossy looking game. Like it was all about the way it looked. And I'm sorry, I don't see you guys pulling that off. And I'll be damned if you're going to do one of those graphic downgrades, because it's going to look
That's
like
what's gonna happen.
Don't nobody
That's
want
what-
that.
If they just adapt it and be like, okay, let's just plug and play, finish the rest up, and call it a day, they're gonna have to draw back.
They're
going to
do that, and you already know what
And
that's going to
they're
look
definitely
like.
gonna do that.
That's going to look like it's going to look like when they go, oh, guess what Nintendo's getting. We also have, let's say for instance, I mean this hasn't happened, but if it does, we also have Red Dead Redemption, LA Noire, and then you go to play that like a PS2 game, and you mad because you're sitting here like, so I got the definitive edition on my Switch, and it doesn't even look as good as it's supposed to on my PS4 or my Xbox One. You get what I'm saying? That type of shit.
I feel like I feel like one day they'll be able to really nail their gritty
They gotta
looking
start coming out early.
or their
I'm tired of them releasing a system every 5 years. Like, don't do it. I'm tired of them doing it.
I'm saying like they can reach their full potential, but they listen for the years and years and years and years they've been on top and bringing back the video game
It's been
world
the
from it.
marketing,
This is not your MO. This game is not your MO.
Just not.
Now, by all means, not saying they can't step out the realms, and I always don't try to sit there and bash people like, oh, what are you doing? Saying not staying in your lane. But this is one of those things where it's just, this isn't you. This game doesn't fit you. This game doesn't fit the way that you market your console. For God's sake, you just introduced a goddamn battle royale game of Tetris. Like,
which is doing really good, by
really
the
well.
way.
I actually kind of
but
want to play.
I'm not bashing it. I'm not sitting here trying to bash it. Hell, that I'm really good at fucking Tetris. I'm really fucking good at Tetris.
Get at me, bro.
But the issue I have is, again, you introduce a game of a
What
battle
gamer tag
royale
is-
Tetris, and then expect me to accept the fact that you're gonna maybe be able to take a dragon fucking game or a game that involves fighting and hacking and slashing and involving dragons and putting it all together into a server with 4 other people, but I gotta sit here on a fucking voice chat on my phone and call my friend for. No, you're not gonna do that.
You want to know
It's
something
not gonna
that's
happen.
really sad? Me and Trey, when we play Smash Brothers, we don't call each other. We use our mics on our PlayStation, and we play through there, and it's sad because you know how stressful that is. I have to go touch my controller to make sure that shit don't go in the rest.
We gotta save our minutes here.
Innovation.
Right, like
Not modern solutions and modern day problems. But yeah, man, I just don't see it. And by all means, hell, they can prove me wrong. Plenty of times, as Trey said, Resident Evil was on GameCube.
Sometimes they take risk. I mean,
They take a risk by taking a well-established game,
But Resident Evil
and-
worked because
and
Resident Evil
a
4
well-established franchise and running with it instead of it's like
Resident Evil 4
Did they do that with
works.
Bayonetta? Did they take the fucking franchise? They didn't fucking create that shit. It wasn't behind it.
Yeah,
They
but
took it.
The thing is, their risks like that. That risk worked back then for the simple fact of like the era that it was in.
Their latest risk was Splatoon. That was it. This is the latest risk. Every other fucking franchise they grab, they wait till they get canceled somewhere else and like, we'll take a shot on you. And the next thing you know, Nintendo's, they're revolutionary. No, the fuck you not. You just picked up something that nigga didn't what? Another man's trash, another man's treasure. That's all you did.
Nintendo just iterated. Guess what? Undertale.
I swear to God, they probably got the sequel to that. They probably bought the sequel to that shit. They're gonna release it.
You can play Deltarune on.
See?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know what else you can play on Switch? Nekopara.
Nigga, what?
It's a visual novel about cat girls with animations. Yeah, you can buy it on Switch.
Softcore.
Yo, bro, they are
video
legit
Nintendo.
going down that road. They are.
I told you, yo.
They're going.
It is
full on anime.
It is the
You
new
know why
Vita.
though?
It's
You
the
know
new
why
Vita.
though?
Vita did that.
You know
shit.
why I think they're going to do that? Because the general audience that has a Nintendo is, and no offense to us males who have it or whatever, but it's a lot of women because they're able to relate to Nintendo easier, and kids. So what's popping right now? What's mainstream
What's
right now?
mainstreaming over in America?
Anime.
So,
So if I can grab you 500 mediocre. Maybe we show me pictures of the game.
500 mediocre photos.
If you like, if I can give you a bunch of fucking anime shovelware, with long as you're able to relate and go, oh my god, they must talk like this, and when that bad voice acting pop up on your screen, I can't wait. I'm gonna laugh.
You know, me and my boys, we go lewd all the time.
I give this one a lewd
Out of 5.
Speaking of ratings.
I thought you were gonna say speaking of lewd.
No.
Speaking of lewd.
Speaking of lewd.
No, speaking of ratings, that brings me to my next topic, and this is mad crazy, and I have mixed feelings about it, but I kind of seen it coming. So, Anthem has been receiving lukewarm reviews. All right,
Not Barry warm.
just
Luke?
lukewarm. Just lukewarm.
I like Barry.
And that drives a stronger question. But let's talk about the reviews here. A lot of people have been reviewing it. I don't think they have a review up on Metacritic yet. I do think there's there's the user critic. Is that the other one? It's Metacritic and user critic or something like that. There's two different ones. I don't think Metacritic has one yet. But for the user aspect of it, it's been getting a lot of
new development too. I mean, IGN, they rated it.
IGN rated it. I checked that out.
Because it comes out
tomorrow.
It comes out tomorrow.
Let's say February 22nd. Was it?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
They named it okay.
And it's getting anywhere between 6s and a 7. Like it's not getting past that for real.
Yeah.
Like and that's scary. And it's not the fact that the game came out and it's just okay. There's nothing wrong with the game coming out and them saying, "Hey, it's okay," right? Mm-hmm. But for the amount of stuff that they say is in the game and the different things like that, this is what people's problems are with the game. From what I've heard, because I haven't had a chance to play yet. It's not worth buying it now. Like a lot of games that are like this. First off, let's talk about what Anthem is. Anthem is quote unquote MMO in a sense, without the massiveness. It's a multiplayer game with friends, a multiplayer action adventure game with friends that is loot heavy, raid heavy, all that stuff. Basically, Destiny, and Monster Hunter World, and all those games that are like that.
Don't compare to
It's a looter shooter where you're Iron Man.
Looter shooter.
Looter shooter.
Looter shooter like your Iron Man.
Looter shooter. Looter shooter. Loot. It's like no.
Looter shooter with the lead. Looter shooters.
And the thing is like I was excited about it because of my gym. Well, not so much
because your cousin hyped you up. That's why.
But it's because of what my generation comes from with that particular part of gaming, and we've talked about this on a previous episode. And with us coming from that generation of co-op and working with a friend, that drives me. If I get to work co-op with a friend, I get excited. I can't wait to play, whether it's couch, over the internet. Long as your ass is available for me to play, I'm happy. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is like, a lot of people are saying that because, first off, this is BioWare, all right? And that was another thing that excited me. With it being BioWare, it was supposed to be very story-driven. If you've ever played a BioWare game, you understand that if you played a Mass Effect, you played Dragon Age, they are very story-driven games. And you were about to, and when we were hearing that there was an iteration between story-driven and fucking, like, multiplayer, we were like, whoa, like, how are you going to pull this off? And it turns out,
They can't.
They can't.
Well,
it wasn't pulled off.
I'm going to cut you off real quick. And I don't ever like trying to be like, I don't try to be like asshole or rude or anything like that. But what was the last good BioWare game that had multiplayer?
None.
There you go. There you go. There you go. See, I was basically trying to say is single player with no multiplayer. BioWare got that shit on lock. But when multiplayer gets introduced, though.
But that was the thing. And because it was a co-op experience, we were thinking like this was our idea. It was like, oh, the decision making is going to be crazy because there's 4 people who have to make a decision. So the way we're thinking of it is, right, let's say all 4 of us are playing, right, in the same room. Let's say all of us are playing, and you're like, yo, fuck that. Let's say somebody comes up and they're like, yeah, we need your guys' help to do X, Y, Z, and let's say Roland's like, fuck that dude, like, he gonna trade on us. Like, think of this is like Mass Effect 2. And Ming's like, yo, I don't know, man. I think we should do this. And then let's say me and Trey side with Ming, right? We're expecting stories to change based off of us all making a decision. You get what I'm saying? And outdoing each other, right? Apparently, there's none of that in this game. It is a 15-hour campaign, and the real fun doesn't happen until endgame.
Oh, okay.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
So here is a point that I do want to bring up to your whole, like, backstabbing. Tomorrow, which is the 22nd, that's when they'll be releasing a day one patch for the official release. But the complaints right now is that there is a very late game mission where you have to open like these 4 doors or something, and the way you open each of these doors are pretty much by doing an absurd amount of overworld challenges. Like, for example, you have to open like 14 chests, you gotta kill 3 legendaries, but currently the way the game functions right now, you have to be the player to do those. You have to last hit that legendary in order to get progression on that quest for an late game main mission quest. They are patching this out, but like I can imagine that like holy shit, this is supposed to be a co-op game, but you're making it so that I have to game this in a way where I have to be that first one to run to that chest or be the one to steal that legendary. So it's not cooperative, it's just like sort of you're just cutthroat and it sucks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And that being said, I played the demo a couple weeks back. The gameplay itself is pretty fun. It feels really good to like in terms of game feel. Yeah, like you fly, you drop yourself, you like really feel that character weight. And when you're using your skills and blowing up stuff and like doing combos, that feels really good. The concerns that were there during like while people were playing the demo was that, hey, when the full game comes out, is there going to be enough mission variety so that this doesn't get stale? The results are no, there's not enough mission variety right now.
It's just like a lot of these games that's like that. Like Destiny, I mean, me and fucking Roland know this. Roland went out of his way to make sure he had that, what was it, the special edition? It was a deluxe edition, right?
Yep, for Destiny 2.
He went out of his way, and I told him, I said, man, I want to get it, but I'm going to focus on the main game first, because at the time, I was unsure, because I played the first Destiny. I was like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'm going to rock out with you on this. And after the main game, it's like a lot of these games. There's not enough content when they release it to keep you invested. And that you shouldn't have to feel like you have to do that. And because it's a wash, rinse, repeat game, wash, rinse, repeat, after a while it gets stale. I heard like some of the best things that Anthem was doing, I was hearing from IGN, was like they said, the end game stuff, like there was a particular mission, but it becomes the same wash, rinse, repeat type of stuff. And they said that some of the boss battles, like on the hardest difficulty, they were taking out bosses that 1 minute to, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, like that type of stuff is not in games like this. In a co-op game like this, you gotta like you gotta up it. And I feel bad because I want BioWare to stick around. BioWare made one of my favorite franchises. I did not know that a game could take me on such a story. Dragon Age Inquisition meant so much to me. I didn't even between gameplay and
it was a great game,
and the war, and you being able to choose sides, switch it up, having different type of characters that came with different races, sexual, what they wanted sexually, and all that other type of
sexual
stuff.
orientation.
That's what I was trying to say, and it wasn't coming out.
That's what she said.
Look, y'all. All right, it's been a long fucking day.
I try to like don't say that's what she
orientation.
said. That's what she said.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like it was just dope. You know what I mean? And I was expecting this, and I heard that there are some like you care more about some of the side characters. In this, like some of the people like you do like the side missions for.
Yeah,
they have a stronger story than than like some of the main story stuff. Like some of the characters really make you feel, and that's what I was expecting. Like that's the stuff I want to hear. I feel that Anthem is going to have one of those like later on, like it's going to blow up to be bigger later on. But it really it shouldn't be that way because this is BioWare's last leg. Like I don't think after this, after their last game with Mass Effect Andromeda, fucking the worst O faces of all time. Everybody else upgraded and their shits was all fucked up, but they got it right in this one. How you feel about it, Trey? Like, what do you feel like? Are you worried for BioWare? Do you think that this is going to hold up for them?
I really don't give a shit about BioWare. The only thing I care about is they are supposedly working on a new Dragon Age game, but
Not looking like it likely.
I know. I mean, based on this, I mean,
Well,
EA will
even,
probably.
yeah.
Well, Dragon Age is a cash cow for EA, so they'll probably, like, if anything, they'll probably, I guess pass it on to another division within EA.
No, they-
if you know.
No, they'll
EA
let
gets
them.
it,
They'll
it's
let the team probably break up and go to other
Yeah,
spots.
go to
it
other
is,
spots
then
and
they'll
then still
probably
work
send
onto
to them
it.
or
Yeah,
is
that's what I
regardless,
mean,
But
yeah.
it wouldn't be named BioWare anymore, likely.
Yeah, it'd be something different, but I don't know. I don't like Anthem. I seen it at E3. I wasn't really impressed. Like, I think I'm one of the weirdos who was just like, "Oh, you're Iron Man. You get to do this."
He's
and
a
they're
Captain
just-
American guy. Don't listen to him.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that, like,
Stars and stripes.
it reminded me of that game that was on 360 called Dark Void,
Dark Void was fun.
where it was just like
Damn.
you're flying around, you're in
Void
the
was
suit,
dope.
it's weight properties, stuff like
So
that.
they got a sequel.
No.
But
But it reminded me of that, and I was just like, I'm not 100% impressed, and EA was really hype about it, and I'm like, I hate you, EA, so I wasn't really looking into it. So to hear about this, I'm not really surprised. The thing I was surprised about though is their marketing strategy of placing that out with Apex Legends.
Oh man.
So that was
Directly
weird.
competing with it.
Yeah,
With itself, that's
gonna-
weird.
So my thoughts on this. I haven't played the game. So yay, obviously biased. But initially looking at it, looking at some gameplay footage. Since I couldn't play it, at the very least I can at least watch some goddamn gameplay footage. It does look like it is a Destiny clone. I don't know about the story too much about it as well. I'm pretty sure they don't make the Destiny mistake, which is put your goddamn story on a website. We gotta click fucking cards. I don't think they're gonna do that. But you can. Chavez said it best with another scenario in my life, is that when certain situation happen to you, you get a superpower. Ding. So me playing Destiny and Destiny 2 and whatever other MMOs I play, good or bad, you can kind of already feel what type of game you might be walking into. The game that you walk into with Anthem is I'm just playing because my friends are playing and it's fun to play. Not because you want to play because of the story. Not because you want to play because, you want those in-game loot. It's just, my friends are playing, I'm going to play it too. And by all means, this game is going to have people that play it. They're going to have people that are going to play it, people that are going to beat it, people that are going to exploit glitches, and then make people quit, and then they're going to drop patches, and then they're going to drop DLCs. It's literally just Destiny, but fucking called Anthem.
Yeah.
And in that situation, like I said, gameplay wise, from what I saw, it looks like it's a fundamentally sound game when it comes to gameplay. Looks amazing. Fucking, I bet it feels amazing, but I can't confirm that.
The gameplay does feel pretty good.
Being confirmed that the gameplay feels amazing, but again, we know for a fact EA is behind this shit. And even though BioWare may be good, but they're not bad as EA. And EA knows what the fuck they gotta do to get money from you. So guess what I'm already looking at? I'm looking at, okay, here is this DLC that you can buy for $15. Here's this skin that you can have if you want to put in these hours, or you can put in microtransactions. Here is this new season pass that's going to be fucking $60, $70, whatever it is if you want. It's literally Destiny all over again. And I don't want to play another fucking... I'm tired of games constantly coming out as this magical MMO feel-like game. They don't understand that the MMOs that they're trying to emulate come in with a full-released game. It's not, here is cookie-cutter story with half hour, like 10 hours gameplay, and that's it. If you want to sit there and look at MMOs, fucking look at fucking World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft came out with, I don't know how many hours of just pure story. without the expansions,
Vanilla
without Witch
Club.
King here and all this other shit there. Like,
Yeah.
those came in afterwards, and even then, those added additional hours on top of it. And I'm talking about like 40, 50 additional hours on their DLCs, whereas your DLC is going to be $50, and I maybe get another 30 hours out of it if I'm lucky. The main thing I'm saying, want to reiterate, the main thing I want to iterate on this is just, if you want to emulate a MMO, do it right. You want to sit there and get money from us, do it right. You're not doing it right, because all you're doing is giving us a game that feels good, but I don't know what the plot is. I don't know, and the only way to learn about the plot is if I buy these DLCs, and then you probably ban me from playing fucking with my friends, or it is online, which is whatever multiplayer thing it is, unless I get those DLCs. So now you're forcing me to have to sit here and pay, not including probably might be a looting system for all the fuck I know where it is. Might be loot boxes that might pop up eventually, or skins. Now, even though I'm bashing this, the customization I heard was really good. It's like, I did hear the customization was really good.
But before I give my 2 cents on what I think is the future of Anthem, a really funny jab that I want to make is that recently, Fallout 76,
70 shit.
Another, guess what, MMO?
they started banning players based on how many. I think it's either
Items?
how many
I know what
items
you're talking
they
about. I know
have
what
and
you're talking
how
about.
long they are in the game. Because like the thing is, there's like this bug out there that people like found out how to duplicate their items. So what the developers did was they just like started banning all these players that like had a certain amount of items in like on them. But if you just so happen to be like a person that actually enjoyed playing Fallout 76 and just happen to have a bunch of items, you got banned. So, hey, any life that game had left, they just
gone.
kind of like killed like part of their player base. So
There you go.
Yay!
Not surprised.
And on that part of it is, again, I love Fallout. I love the Fallout series.
Yep.
Also know that my superpower activated and was like, this ain't gonna work out. I was like, this ain't. Something tells me this isn't right. Now, when that next Skyrim comes out,
They might,
hopefully they don't fuck that up. But anytime you could, in that situation, on that situation, you could tell that game was going to be shit. And the reason it was going to be shit is because I never heard of it. It came out maybe 2 years after fucking Fallout 4. It had the Fallout 4 skin, or it is like
Fallout 4 looks better than it.
Yeah, like you can sit there and look at that game and basically interpret, okay, that game's going to be shit because it came out 2 years. You know damn well they don't release games that fast. And they go in a particular order. Fucking Elder Scrolls, Fallout. Elder Scrolls, Fallout.
Was it
So-
2 years?
No, I was longer than that.
No, what? It was definitely like a
Fallout
2.
4 was like 2014, right?
20,
No, it wasn't.
2015.
No, I was in college at the time.
Let's
for Fallout.
fact check
Yeah,
that.
let's find out.
While you guys-
into 2015.
I was in college at the time. If it maybe no earlier than 2015. I'm not saying like no
2015.
earlier.
Okay.
2015. And when did
2015.
Fallout New Vegas come out?
2015.
Okay, good.
I mean Fallout 76. Was that
Last year.
2018?
Last year, 2018.
So about 3 years.
Yeah, 3.
Okay, well, when was Fallout 3 released in between Fallout 4? Or in this case, New Vegas? When was that?
Vegas was 2011.
And that was with a completely different studio. It wasn't even with the
2010.
Bethesda studio, so that's why it kind of got released a little bit faster compared to...
October or September of 2010.
But yeah, like, so New Vegas got released maybe like 2 years or so kind of after that, was it? Like, I think it was 08, and then you said 10, right? I think that was released on its own separate
08,
thing, but
10.
that was because a different team was working on it.
Yeah.
And they tried to do this shit again with a different team, but they gave it to the wrong team. You gave it to the wrong goddamn team.
It basically, the way I'm looking at this whole Anthem thing, it reminds me of Fallout 70 shit, where it's like
I've got you in my sights.
it's if you guys are if anybody's listening and you guys are considering or possibly thinking about getting it, the only way
Fight
I'm getting
me.
it is if
I'm fighting you.
if I'm not paying full price, if I'm going half with somebody
With all the DLCs included, all the patches done.
if
I
the
want it.
DLC and shit like that start to come out, like I have this odd feeling Anthem is going to drop in price within the next month, and that's what you should wait for.
Okay, so with Anthem, I'm kind of so since the release is like pretty lukewarm. What I'm actually hoping for this point is that it will be kind of like a Diablo 3. Like when Diablo 3 first came out, people weren't happy, but once the expansion that happened that was released significantly later, Reaper of Souls came out, I loved playing Diablo 3. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that, however time
Hope
it
it's
takes, it will, actually, give some really good life in the game when they've, really worked out all the kinks, added more mission variety. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm sorry. Man, did you not know who's behind this? EA?
I know,
I'm gonna let you know, okay? I'm gonna let you know about how
Yeah.
EA works, all right? Money.
Yeah,
Not much
yeah.
content. Servers are fucking done or
Yeah.
being
Give me your
stupid.
green.
And it's not just
Give me
Madden.
money.
It's not Madden. I just play. I play other EA games as well. You know, I play the little UFC. But
Apex.
we're gonna get to Apex, Mr. Apex person. But even in Apex, never mind. You're not gonna give me a switch that topic. But no. So EA is behind this. EA fucked up Star Wars.
Yeah.
They fucked Star Wars up. And again, the gameplay was great, but then they find a way to make fans mad. They always do this. And then they always delay with their patches. So happens this time they don't want to delay it as much. But guess what? The patch doesn't fix everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't fix everything. They just, I'm not going to say they don't care, but they care purely for stockholders. Or stakeholders, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, yeah.
But they purely care for
And
them.
the
They don't give a
investors.
fuck about us. They just care about our money. And then they build out a product that looks pretty okay, but they advertise it with all these great, amazing features at E3 that you're just going to be like, man, I can't wait to play this game. And then you get suckered in with the same shit over and over again. It happens with me in Madden. It happens with people when it comes to a fucking, whatever, Battlefield or Battlefront or whatever the hell battle you want to be a part of. It just happens every fucking time. And they're not going to change the system. They haven't been changing the system. That's the reasons why they're voted one of the worst fucking companies over it is. Like, they just know. They just ultimately know that, fuck you, give me money, and you can just deal with it. Just they are the definition of the shit, deal with it. So they're just going to constantly put out, just like you said, that like within a month the price is going to drop. I wouldn't even buy this game unless it was a collector's edition that has everything for the price of the full game that's currently out right now. I will pay all my DLCs, all the patches done, in the goddamn default game. $60 is all you're getting out of me. You're not getting 120. You're not getting 180. You whatever $200 plus dollars.
Even 60 is a lot. Like by
No,
that
but
time,
by
by
that
the
ti-
time, by
But
the
by
time
that,
they,
yeah,
they
but by
release
that
all
time, that'll be the only time I would consider paying that price. And this is what's going to happen. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. This is what's going to happen. People are going to buy the game. They're going to run through it. They're going to beat it. They're going to, get their in loot. They're going to do it again. Within a month, this game is going to fucking die. Within a month of its release, it's going to die because of the
That's
lack
what I'm
of
waiting
content and the lack of diversity in the game.
I'm waiting on it.
So then you
because,
got to wait till 3 months later. DLC drops. It'll pick it, spike back up where it is,
or
and
just
then
before
it'll drop
the
again.
just before the DLC drops, it's gonna have a significant price drop so that it can bring its people back, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
But for Ming, if in that situation, I would have faith in EA if it wasn't EA. If it was Blizzard,
Yeah.
I will give you faith. I'll be like,
Well,
you know
I
what?
mean,
I
like,
believe in you. But it's not
Blizzard,
I mean,
Activision,
not Activision.
massive layoffs.
Blizzard.
Well, no.
the Blizzard side of
You,
it.
you honestly can't even say that anymore because it's pretty much all of the legacy people of Blizzard, they're all gone. It's all all
Blizzard.
Activision
It's
now.
Blizzard,
Yeah.
fucking Activision, and we all know what Activision does.
You
with
mean
things.
Activision Blizzard?
Activision.
Yeah, they
Blizzard.
go first.
Because it's
Yeah, it's
they go
Activision
first.
Blizzard.
Yeah.
Like, we all know what that is. I mean, massive layoffs.
I wish, but
Poor people,
that's not happening.
That fucking sucks, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
But they got they got money to support those goddamn Overwatch teams.
A lot of these companies that we
wait.
want to live
Yeah, but
and
didn't
shit,
they-
like
didn't they
BioWare
list-
doesn't even have the same.
They added
people.
new people. They added new teams. They added 4 new teams.
So I thought that they laid off the people that were
No, they laid off,
working on the
they laid off,
esports-
not
the
really
esports
developers.
They
roles.
laid off a good portion of the team that
esports.
helps sort of market and do the esports. Not the teams themselves,
Yeah.
but the people who run the stuff.
They said,
That's-
"Fuck you guys, get out,"
Yeah.
and then save money so stakeholders can be happy
Stupid.
again.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Stakeholders matter. Survey says, do my survey. Give me all 10s.
I bet we could really draw a line this, what happened with the Diablo thing directly affected this.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
that they
Diablo and
dropped,
yeah.
people just
Oh, yeah,
they
people
pulled
were
out
like-
support and all
yeah.
that
And
stuff.
unfortunately, Overwatch ain't saving them as much as they used to because it's been out for almost 3 years now.
It's
And
almost been 3
Overwatch
years.
fails to create new content.
It's true.
It's all the
What you talking about? You
same
ain't play that
shit.
new map?
Who cares about a new map?
that
Like,
you
really?
hold on that you never get spawned on.
Exactly.
Like you be in rotation, you like, oh, we gonna go to that new map. Watch Point Gibraltar. Fuck.
For Overwatch's sake, I hope they blow up. I hope they blow it up. I want, if they could just change every character in some shape, way, or form across the fucking cylinder all at once. Just completely blow that game up.
Especially-
And it'll be a whole new fucking
especially
feeling
Reaper.
game. Be like, oh shit. I don't mind Reaper, bro. I don't mind Reaper. And you know why? Because I don't get close to that nigga enough to get fucking my ass ate. I don't do that.
Some shit happened to me like
Alright.
2 days ago. I ain't gonna get into that.
Alright, but
We all watched it.
but no,
alright.
man. That EA shit, man. I'm just
Speaking
EA.
of EA, we're already on a topic, so let's talk about why Apex Legends is smashing the battle royale genre right now, right?
Because building
Well,
is stupid.
well, one thing.
fucking Minecraft nerds.
Well, one thing you guys are forgetting about the royal contender of Tetris 99.
Yo, what's up, bro? My gamer tag is that even a thing anymore? My gamer tag. Yeah, my name is such and such. Niggas start following you. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I want to talk to you guys about Apex Legends. As we all know, it's been a massive fucking hit. It took all those little fucking kids off of Fortnite, and now we have them playing Apex, playing big boy games. And
You don't build shit here.
we don't build shit and craft shit and do little dances. You know what I'm saying? We grab the gun, we get in your face, we take you down, and we take your shit, and we move on. Martyrs, looting, gangster shit. I always wanted to say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to what the fuck I was saying. Damn it. No, so, yo, why is Apex Legends crushing the battle royale scene right now?
So, I don't know about the
Damn, man,
the
shit.
super gritty, but at least in terms of player experience, I think that they did a great job with making the characters you play as in Apex Legends like sort of that, like each character has their own skill, their own ult, so it like adds more variety in the game, and it adds like
Teamwork.
It lets you be more proactive. For example, there's this one character that's their ult and their passive and their natural skill is to sort of help you detect whether or not there are any hostile squads near you. So, like, instead of, like, faffing about, like, you know, chopping down trees or some shit, you're, like, actually kind of being proactive, like, okay, I'm gonna, like, use my ult, and then you just see this big red highlight of where your opponent is behind walls. It's like, I'm gonna go after them. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Let's get the drop on them
Yeah.
before they get on us.
In addition to that, in Fortnite, if you die, you're dead. Like, and you're just like, you're gone. But in Apex Legends, a really cool thing is that if your tag is picked up within a certain amount of time after you die,
Or you can revive
your
them.
opponent can grab your tag and bring you to a respawn point and bring you back. So you're not just like totally out if you just die. Like, you have the chance to come back if your teammate knows how to, like, okay, you lost this firefight, you're 2 down, but your one buddy hid behind, laid back until everyone went away, picked up your tags, you're still back in the fight.
Yep.
So it doesn't feel as just like bad as like, oh, I'm dead, like I'm just gonna freaking quit out. Because yeah, like in Fortnite, since you're just out, there's no point in like really
No point in sticking
Yeah.
around. Not unless you're just weird and you just want to see if the person
Yeah.
that killed you walk around and kill other people.
Yeah. Another thing that Apex Legends does really well is that they do a very good job at implementing like pings so that there's very little need to be on voice comms. If there's an item, all you gotta do is just like I play on PC, so the center mouse button, you just like you just hover over wherever your point of interest is. Like, hey, look, guns here. Ping. If you're this is actually a great feature. When you're against an enemy, you ping
Double
them.
click 'em, yep.
You ping them so that behind walls, your allies can like kind of know what general direction
they are.
They are. So it's like, oh yeah, great. Like, you know, being proactive in that sense.
That fixes so many problems that a lot of these battle royale games I think have, where there's no real communicating Like, especially nowadays, everybody's in their own parties. Don't nobody want to talk to people. The issue that we have with like Overwatch, where like you're sitting there and you're playing with somebody and you're trying to be a team, and then there's that dick who's in a party with his buddy, and they're like, "Fuck everybody else with DPS, baby." Like, and then you sitting here like, "Come on, yo, like we really need a healer." You know what I'm saying? You don't need to deal with all that. You don't have to go through any of that. You have the option to heal yourself. You have the option to ping shit. You don't have to talk to people. You can communicate with your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the beauty of that game. I really like it. It took all the things that got on everybody's fucking nerves with like Fortnite and PUBG, where it was like they have color coding for their weapons and their ammo. Like, you don't have to pick up shit. First off, in battle royale games, you get a book bag, and that book bag is limited. If you don't pick up like the legendary version of that book bag in Apex Legends, you have a limited amount. If you're playing Fortnite, you just be picking up shit and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. It's easy to get involved with. It's easy to pick up. Where in a game like Fortnite, it's like, oh, I have this gun. What ammo do I put with it? What else do I do? You know what I'm saying? Unless you've died 1,000 times, and nobody want to do that in Fortnite. So you're playing Apex, you're like, oh, I have a heavy gun. I need green ammo. Green ammo means heavy. You know what I mean? Oh, yellow ammo? Oh, that's light ammo. I need to pick that up. Oh, energy? Oh, that's the, I forgot. I think that's like a purple or green or some shit like that. I can't remember.
Canary's like purple, I believe.
Yeah, I can't remember. But whatever it is, it goes to that gun, and you know from then on. Or you can get the Mozambique, the worst gun in the game, the shotgun handgun, and it takes shotgun bullets. So what do you get? Red. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. You know what I mean? It's color
very
coded.
intuitive.
It's very, like, it's such a... And not only did it come out and it surprised people, it's legit free. And yes, EA's behind it, but it's legit free. And I think, and I'm super excited about this freaking game only because fucking it. They basically said to EA probably, yo, if the game's good, they'll spend their money if they want to spend their money. Don't try to pressure it. Don't try to push it. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, you know what, I'm going to put my money into it. And it's not a pay-to-win type of deal. It's just truly cosmetic. And you can earn your shit.
What I think, and I don't play Apex, but if we're looking at the scope of this, the battle royale genre is still relatively new. Mm-hmm. And I just think that it just took that one company to sit back, see what the formula was, free, you know, battle royale games are usually free. See the different perks, like why are people drawn to this? And then they just said, hey, let's make a game where we take the different elements that works and how can we improve upon it, and let's just run with that. So I think that that's what we're seeing. Same thing with like any other kind of game is you see the formula of what's doing good and you just do better. Same thing of like any business, you know, with like apps and stuff like that.
Marketing.
Yeah. Well,
you know it's about to
but that's what it is. You see what's out there in the market and you say, hey, what can I make that can improve upon this? And that's what you do. You put that out. You find like the flaw that another company didn't do, or what, you know, people have been craving. Like there's people out there that they're looking at like, oh, why don't you like Fortnite? Fortnite doesn't have this, and then they'll capitalize on it and they'll add that. Same thing with apps. Like they'll be like, oh, I wish Facebook did this. I wish this did, you know, whatever. And you get Snapchat, you get your Instagrams, stuff like that. So I just think that they played the game well. EA, they sat back. They said, hey, why is this winning? What can we do to capitalize off of it? And they did it.
Well, I'm not going to say it. Well, it was Respawn. And the reason I say Respawn is because it's built in the world of, it's their world that they used. And I want to say this. I like the company that did it. First off, Respawn got Respawn did not get enough credit for Titanfall 2. That was an amazing game. And I'm talking multiplayer. Like, I'm not talking about their single player campaign. That multiplayer for that game was outstanding, and it didn't get the credit based off of Call of Poopy and Battlefield fucking bullshit, bullshit edition, all that bullshit. Like, and they took a step back, looked at what was going on, seeing what it was, and I like what they did.
They did the same thing.
They did.
Titanfall was probably like a failed version of what they were trying to do. So like they saw. Well, we love Titanfall, but I'm just saying like. Call of Duty was out there in the space at that time. Battlefield was out there in the space. They said, hey, how can we take this formula and bring it to the next level? We're like, hey, there's people out there that they like mechs.
That was their formula. That originally was their formula. Because remember, they did
No,
the
it wasn't.
original.
No,
it was.
Wait, what?
Respawn is the reason why Call of Duty 4.
They were the Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, more too. It's
They
their
were the
original.
lead
All right,
people.
so then then I guess they just went back and
Yeah,
they just
they originated that shit.
yeah,
And
then
was
they
like,
just went back
check.
to original. Yeah, but still, that's the thing. You go back and you see what's working in the space, and you just improve upon it, and that's what they did.
That's what I fuck with about the company who did it, because the reality is that now that they've done that, now that they have gotten to that point, like if you look at the way that this game was created and all this other stuff, what they did was the very thing that we all had an episode about, and I'm just going to bring this part up here. We were talking about the difference between our generation and this new generation, how we are about co-op and teamwork, and they're about me. You know what I'm saying? They took the genre that they fuck with the most, and they realized our generation was like, I play from time to time, but like this still ain't really my shit. And they put it together. They found a way to make us work together. You get what I'm saying? With the fucking like really think about that. Fucking
no, you're absolutely right.
They found that way to like
that bridge the old and
the bridge our generations. Like really think about that. Like it's real teamwork.
Yeah,
like
speaking of somebody who gave a lot of shit to Fortnite because I thought it was a stupid looking game that was for baby boo boo baby babies. Baby boo boo babies. I thought that was the game. I mean, I'm in all actuality, I knew it was a good game, but I looked at it and I was like, this game is for children. Like, and that's how I always looked at it, and that's why I never played it, because I was like, this game is for children. This game is, might I say, before I go on my little moment, whatever it is, I will say I think this game is flavor of the week. I don't know how long it will last. Every game has a life. Can't be at top forever. Mm-hmm. But I realize in the battle royale realms, battle royale games last about a year, and then another game comes out, and then they take over and become the champ, and then another game comes out, and they take over and be the champ. It's just the way it is.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not against it. I'm just letting people know before they get the pitchforks ready. Like, oh, you fucking say about that? That you know, in 2 years you're not gonna be playing Apex Legends. Like, just be honest with yourself. So, as you were saying though, when it came to bridging the gap, like I said, I was playing. I tried Fortnite. I was like, no, this is for baby boo boo boos. And I played this game, and I'm like, well, I was in a chat with somebody. I'm in a group chat with a couple of college friends. And I was like, man, I don't think Battle Royales is my thing. I don't like this 1v100 or 99 or whatever it is. It's not my thing. I like to have more condensed, more enclosed areas. I'm like opening it because I know my luck on shooters. I get shot in the back 100% of the time. That's how I die in regular shooters, which makes you think I'm not going to fucking die that way in a game of fucking 99 other people. So the boy told me straight up, he's like, listen, man, Battle Royale games, everyone says that until they find their Battle Royale game. Is this my Battle Royale game? I don't know.
I won my first one.
But it's fucking fun. It is fucking fun. They definitely implement certain features in a game that you would see in other multiplayer like games that no one addressed. So obviously, this is not a Battle Royale game. It's just Overwatch. So in Overwatch, you know how you get into your 6 stack or it is, or you jump into a lobby comp or something like that, and immediately the dude's like, I'm insta-locking Hanzo. I'm insta-locking Widow. I'm insta-locking whoever the fuck I want insta-lock, and you just gotta fucking accept it, because if you don't, I'll fucking throw. That's how they do it.
Roland's tired over here. You can tell.
Fucking throw.
So while my SR's taking a hit, cause yo bitch ass.
That is a real thing.
So basically where I'm coming from is if you played Apex Legends, which I'm pretty sure out of the 25 million people that fucking play it, I'm pretty sure you have, they have it where they shuffle who picks first. They shuffle.
I love that
shit. So
shit.
they shuffle who's the jump master, they shuffle who picks first, and then everybody can sit there and ping, and if you want to be Lone Star Warrior, you can. But you will likely die. So you need to work with your goddamn team to at least get further in a part two before you can start sitting there separating and shit like that. So they definitely have it where certain functionalities, certain features of the game definitely tailored towards you can be that selfish person if you want. And if you're that goddamn good, you can pull it off. But we really want to implement the ability to work as a team in a battle royale. And it so happens that instead of it being 100 motherfuckers, it's 60. It's 60. It's not 100. but it's not like 10
And
or
they're
12
all-
in the
and
lobby.
and they're
It's
always 3-man squads.
always 3-man squads. So, and the loot is like, you know, give me the loot. It's all, high tier, mid tier, low tier, spread out throughout the area. Randomizer it is, even though really it's not. They actually dropped the little thing to show you where things are. Anyway, but yeah, like I just, as a person who never really played a battle royale game, I've always played shooters or whatever competitive games, but I never played a battle royale game. Never really liked it. Never cared for it. This is the only battle royale game, as a person who don't play battle royale games, would actually enjoy. Now, will I be playing it like, a month from now? Probably not. I don't know. But it depends on what they do with it. What other stuff they implement. It seems that everything seems to be cosmetic, as my man Ming loves so much.
I do love
Everything loves cosmetic. It's all cosmetic. So
I do.
it's not like you're sitting over there buying, a bunch of bullshit. You're just buying, converting
Ming
money.
dumped a lot of money in the loot boxes before.
Oh, expose him.
I admit it.
I admit it.
Yeah,
You got me there. You figured me out. You fucking nigga.
back when Overwatch was still good, I did give them my money. Now that they're just
too.
not making new content, it's just like, fuck you guys.
So it definitely is just like I said. It's
So
it's new. It's new. It's new.
It
So
is.
obviously anything new, you're gonna be like, yeah, this game's amazing. I'm gonna need more time for me to give way more of a like, yeah, this is great here and there. But as the initial start of its release in like the last 2 weeks, I believe, was it? Last 2 weeks or so?
Yeah.
Roughly? Okay.
Yeah, roughly
so
2
in
weeks, yeah.
an initial release of it, it is a new game that has great gameplay, and it bridges the gap between, the new generation of what they want to do and what they want to play in, as well as our generation, which is we want to work as a team. We want to feel like we're contributing to something greater. Everything seems to be where it needs to be. So I look forward to seeing where it goes, at least for right now. And I have full faith Respawn will be able to maintain it being on top right now. Same time, though, I mean, again, Fortnite's been out for almost 2 years now. So, or actually,
3
closing
years.
up. No, it's 2017.
Oh no, me and you had it early.
Yeah, the
Me and
early
Shay,
access.
Yeah, we had early access.
But yeah, so it definitely got some ways to go. But I look forward to seeing what happens with it. I look forward to them introducing new weapons, any new maps, new different areas, new different game modes. And the main thing I want to make sure before I let go in my little discussion is see how they did their system right. And by that is we introduce a game that we know is lacking content and we're going to give it away for free. And we will update it, but it's given away for free. No one can bitch and complain if the game is for free. Fallout. If the game is for free. Fucking, what was the EA game? Anthem. Like, the game is for free. Destiny, like, I can sit here and fucking start listening. Give it away for free, and then you can sit there and be like, okay, well, we got all this other stuff for you if you want to play it. Like, but yeah, that's basically my little tidbit on that.
So, I mean, I'm definitely about to be done with this topic now, but I just want to say this on some, like, dorky, nerdy, geeky shit, only because you guys have played it. Yo, doesn't it feel good to get like a drop on a team that's completely looking into a box and you shoot them in their ass? That is like my favorite thing. Like when I'm playing that game, like when I walk up and like they're completely caught off guard. They're in the box and like he's legit looking at stuff and he's pinging and having a conversation with his friends, and I shoot him in the back of his fucking head, and all his friends are like, "What happened?" And then they show up, and then my friends shoot them. I feel like I'm in the Wild fucking West. It feels so good.
prefer it when it's the very beginning of the game, someone finds a gun, and they're like fumbling around, and then you just start beating them in the head with your fist. And they're trying to run away, and trying to aim, and you're just like, nope, you're missing every shot, and I'm still punching you.
Or when you just drop, and it goes first blood, you go, how did it happen? You're trying to figure out, how did that happen already? We all just showed up. Like,
give me a melee weapon. That's an instant kill. That's all I want. Give me my knife give me my tactical knife from Modern Warfare 2, and I'll be like, you know what? This game of the year, I don't give a fuck. Suck a dick. It's the greatest thing ever. Because I would just be running around. This is fun.
I love the guns.
'Cause I control people.
I love the guns that you have to build up for it to be like the strongest thing out. Like for instance, I don't like using the devotion, but if you get the perk for the devotion, if you find the special ability for the devotion, there is no charge up. It's just, and that is the most beautiful sound. When you hear people go, how did that happen? When you hear that, you're doing well. You're doing well. But anyway, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there, man. I want to end it with thank you, Respawn, for while being in the trenches, not just so much looking at something and reinventing it or just making it better, but bridging the fucking gap. Because for a while there, none of us thought we were ever going to, like, in our generational situation, I don't think anybody ever thought we were going to be able to play the same shit. You know what I mean? And the simple fact that we're able to, and the simple fact that you're iterated, it's going to make other people try to iterate both generations. We are the like, there's the new generation, then there's our generation. And the thing is, like, we're both still going forward. We're just from two different fields. You know what I mean? So that's super dope. That is super dope. Thank you, Respawn. Anybody else got anything to
And
say?
thank you, Tetris 99.
Trey, you don't want no
Thank you,
smoke.
Nintendo, for being the new weeaboo overlords.
They will be at all of your anime cons.
Exactly. No, I got nothing else to say. Basically, it is. I'm just keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing what Game of Thrones you.
R&R out. Have a good one, y'all.